Hey guys, so I was randomly reading Saint Tale this morning and then I was just like looking at the pictures and I decided to draw something today. I went down a whole nostalgic road where I looked at all my old pictures that I used to draw and I wanted to share it with you guys today. So first of all, this is my sketchbook from when I was in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and it was my very first sketchbook that I filled out, and I wanted to show you all the pictures I used to draw. I started drawing like anime pictures when I was in 3rd grade, I want to say, and this was in the late 1990s. And I first started drawing Sailor Scouts and Powerpuff Girls, I think, and then some like random anime characters along with it. But the drawings I would draw over and over and over again were mostly Sailor Scouts and like my own versions of Sailor Scouts. When I started really drawing a lot, I started actually copying pictures of like anime and stuff, either from a screen or like a manga or like a picture online. Now by copy I don't mean tracing. I never traced because it's not really fun and you don't really feel proud of it afterwards. So what I would actually do is I would just look at a picture and I would draw it. So that's kind of like how I really drew most of my pictures, and then some of my pictures were original. So I want to show you guys what I drew today. First of all, I drew Mamie Hanayoka, or Saint Tale. I just drew this like right before I'm recording this video, so yeah, I haven't drawn in years. I don't know what came over me. I was just reading my old favorite manga and then I just decided to draw something and randomly make this video. So this is my drawing of Saint Tale. It's so cute. Let's start from the beginning of this. Okay, now this is mostly drawings from probably year 2000, 2001, and 2002. That is mainly the times when I drew the most. The bulk of my drawing career, if you will, is in those time frames. And then I did a little bit in high school as well. But here is a Dragon Ball GT drawing I drew in 5th grade. So I want to say about probably year 2001. And this is just me copying the front sleeve of the Dragon Ball GT soundtrack, the Japanese soundtrack. And then I drew Sailor Chibi Chibi. When I was like drawing, I used to love to just like write their names and stuff. I used to like to write Japanese because it was fun. This one is a Chibi Sailor Mercury. It's actually really bad when you like really look at it. But when I was in 5th grade, I thought it was like I was such a good artist and that I did such a good job. So I don't know. Next is Saint Tale. I drew a ton of Saint Tale in 5th grade and probably 6th grade too. I don't really remember. This one is Change Commander Goku. This is from like a really old comic that I got. Honestly, this is not a popular character at all. I think I just got one of the thin comics at a comic book store one time, and then I just decided to draw it. I don't know. I'm not even really a fan of that manga. I remember I was so proud of this one. This is like a Saint Tale collage, basically. So you see her there. This little chibi here. It's so bad. Look at it. Just look at it. And then we have Saint Tale and Ruby, her little hedgehog. Back then, I wanted a hedgehog so bad just to name it Ruby, and I still do, honestly. And this is a girl from, I think it was like a computer, like artist animation software book thing. Like, you know those Japanese books, like they're how-to books, and they have like a bunch of like anime characters in it, and it's just telling you how to use like a computer program or something. And I never understood what they said or the purpose of those books, but I just like to look at the pictures, and I copied this from one of those books and I named her Kotetsu. I don't know why. This one is Usagi Yojimbo, the samurai bunny rabbit. Do any of you remember this? I loved it. I really loved this logo. It's so stupid and it's so cute. Okay, This one I was super proud of. It's a Sailor Moon picture and I was super proud of it because it looks kind of good for how old I was. I think this was maybe a little bit later, maybe 2002. And I actually remember copying this from a computer screen, so I would look at the picture on the computer and then I would copy it down, and it actually turned out pretty good, especially for me being like, what, 10 or probably 11 years old at this point, maybe even 12 years old, I don't really know, but yeah, I was really proud of this one. This picture I ruined because this is Sasami from Tenchi, and it looked okay when I had drawn it, but then I got Copic markers one year and I just went ham on this and it does not look good anymore. I don't know how to color with Copic markers at all, clearly. I used it like crayons and it actually ruined the picture, so that's a bummer. This one is basically an original character and it was actually modeled after me because I was a tomboy when I was in 5th and 6th grade, and this is basically what I would wear except if I was a ninja. And I'm assuming at this time I wanted to be a ninja, and that's why I drew myself as one. This one's so cute. This is also Saint Tail, but it's like a chibi version. Oh, I remember I was super proud of this one. This one probably took me like, I don't know, an hour or 2 hours or something. Yeah, this is when Saint Tail and Asuka Jr. kiss, and spoiler alert, I don't know if any of you have seen Saint Tail or wanted to see Saint Tail, but they do eventually kiss, and sorry I spoiled that for you, but it's pretty. This one I was very proud of as well. This is Jim from Outlast Star, and I used to have a crush on him. I used to have a big fat crush on Jim. I don't know. I was little, okay? Speaking of crushes, I had a crush on Ranma when I was little. My favorite pair was Shampoo and Ranma. I actually really love Shampoo and Akane. I think that they should just both have Ranma, honestly, because they're both awesome. This one is so weird. It's Tanya from Battle Athletes Victory. And yeah, I don't really know what to say about that one. It's just kind of interesting. This one is another one from one of those Japanese how-to books that show you how to do computer programs, but I thought she was super cute, so I drew her. I feel like a lot of you appreciate this one. Kirara! I did 2 of these. Here's another one of Kirara. It's cute. Here is a Ranma collage. There's Akane, Ranma. I don't know why I started this one. And then there's Ranma and Akane again. Sorry, it's like awkward that my face is here, but I'm trying to just like see what's in the frame, you know? And this one is Chi from Chobits. This must have been in 6th grade as well. I'm pretty sure I did this in 6th grade. This one is Dejiko. So cute. Oh, this one is from Tokyo Mew Mew. I liked her. What was her name again? I don't know. Lettuce? I don't know. This is Ichigo from Tokyo Mew Mew. I have not read or seen Tokyo Mew Mew in a very long time. I actually forgot all about it. Oh, this one is Hideki from Chobits. I'm not really sure why I started to draw him in this picture, but yeah, there's that. Oh, I actually did a really good job on that hand right there. Hands were like the worst. Now we're getting into this stack of loose photos. These are going to be like all over the place in terms of when I drew them. This one I actually drew in 4th grade. I remember it took me almost exactly 2 hours to draw, and I was super proud of it. Super duper proud of it. If you don't believe me that this was in 4th grade, look at this. Look what's on the back of that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Who else drew these things in elementary school? Like, just a million cubes and S's. Like, who else? Tell me. This one I drew in 5th grade because this is me. This is literally what I wore every single day in 5th grade. And when I say every single day, I mean every single day. I wore these like windbreaker pants with like pockets like this big, and they were from the boys section, and I wore a dragon shirt every single day, and my hair was all over the place because it was like longer than this, and I barely ever washed it, and I didn't brush it either, I don't think. It was not the best of times. Okay, this one I drew in high school. This is me in 2006. I used to play tennis. I was awful at it. I only liked it because one of my favorite video game characters is a tennis player, and I wanted to try tennis out, so I did, and it just wasn't for me. I wasn't very good at it. I do this in high school as well. I liked Naruto at the time, and this one I wrote here that she put her hair up herself because I wished in high school that I could do this, but I could not put up my hair, and I still can't because it's too heavy, it's too thick, and it doesn't really cooperate. So I drew a character who could do it. This one is also random sketches from high school. I don't know. Ooh, this one is pretty. This one I think I also drew in high school. I think I was practicing some shading or something, and she turned out pretty cute, I think. This one is me also in high school as Momo Karuizawa, and I actually cosplayed her a couple years back. I made my own costume. It turned out okay-ish, and yeah, I just really wanted to be Momo Karuizawa from Project Justice, so I drew myself as her. Okay, this one I did, I think, in 5th grade. It's just really random, original character, I think. This one I also drew in, I think, 5th grade, and I don't really know what to think of this. Look at that. Look at that. That's just awkward. This one I drew with my friend Adam, I think in 5th grade. He drew this monkey guy, and I drew that, whatever that is, and I also added this tail to the monkey guy. This one my friend Adam drew of Fantastic Panic character. I forget his name, but that is a very old comic that I used to really like, and I asked him for this photo. I think I drew that tail on there though. I don't know my obsession with tails back then. This one I drew in 4th grade. This is like from this one anime that got canceled. I think it had 2 episodes, and it was called Princess Rouge, and I really liked it at the time. This one is Sailor Galaxia from Sailor Moon. I think I was super proud of this one too, even though actually it looks like dog shit. This one I was so happy about. I actually, in 5th grade, I had a binder, and I put this in the sleeve of the binder all year long. And people would compliment me on this drawing. They'd be like, "Oh wow, Kayla, you're such a good artist. Draw me something." And I was just super proud of this one, even though this also isn't very good. Princess Mononoke and Ashitaka. This is a drawing I did in, I think, 5th grade of Shampoo. This is actually awful. These girls are also from Ranma. I'm not sure what possessed me to draw them, but maybe because they're so kawaii. This one I think I drew in maybe 7th grade, and I actually paused the Trigun tape. I had them on VHS, and I actually paused it on this frame, and I drew it from the TV. This one I drew in 2005, and I just thought it was kind of cute. This one I drew in 2007, and I named her Momoko apparently, but she's just a Lolita because I was obsessed with Lolita back then, and I still am. This is another Lolita girl that I drew in 2007. She has the old Baby the Starshine Bright bag back then. I really wanted it when I was that young, and I couldn't afford Lolita back then, so I just drew it on characters, and that was pretty satisfying as well. I was actually pretty proud of this one, apparently, because I wrote all over it. This one I drew in 2006. It's actually Hayate from Hayate the Combat Butler, and I was reading the manga at the time. I was a couple of volumes in as they were coming out, and I think I saw this on one of the frames, and it was super cute, so I drew it on like a hotel thingy. I think I must have been at this hotel because I used their hotel paper. But yeah, and of course I didn't draw the hands because no one wants to draw hands. No one wants to draw hands. This one is Kimiko Nanasawa from Mega Tokyo. I drew this in 2005. If you haven't read Mega Tokyo, it's super good. Check it out. It was a webcomic by Fred Gallagher. And yeah, I really related to that guy. He understood my love for sad girls in snow and cute girls like this. So I actually really liked his art a lot. It just really resonated with me. This one I drew in, I think, 4th grade, and it was like, I guess, a really crazy version of Powerpuff Girls as anime characters. And I think this was before like any type of like anime version of Powerpuff Girls came out. So yeah, this one was like a glacier man. I think I was playing Killer Instinct too much back then. I think this one was one of the first drawings I ever drew as far as like copying off of something, not tracing, again, copying. But I copied this from, I think, the VHS of Ruin Explorers, or it could have been like a still frame, like pausing the VHS tape. I'm not really sure, but this is Fam from Ruin Explorers, and she was my favorite character back then. If you didn't know, Ruin Explorers was the first anime I ever watched. Princess Rouge from Princess Rouge, again, an anime that got canceled that I really liked in, I think, 4th grade. This is an original character of mine. I think I drew in 5th or 6th grade, and she's just like a girl with a bunny hat on. This one I drew of my character from Tinier Me. In case none of you know what Tinier Me is, it was a website not too long ago, it was a couple years back, where you got like this avatar, and it was like a Flash avatar, so you could have like animated items and they would like move. And this was my pedo bear item. That wasn't its actual name, but that's what everyone on the site called it. And yeah, I had like little angel wings that were animated and a rose that bloomed that was also an animated item. And yeah, that was my character back then. She has a binky, and her name was Ito Ezakura. This is a drawing I did of Aya Natsume from Tenjo Tenge. This was from a poster. I think I copied it from a poster that I had in my room, and yeah, it turned out okay-ish. So that is it for the drawings I'm going to show you. I do have some more, but they're not really worth showing you. They're kind of like really weird sketches and stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I just thought I would share all that with you guys because I used to be very passionate about drawing, and I thought I was super good at it, but then I stopped drawing and I'm just not really that into it anymore. But apparently today it came over me and I drew this, so yeah, I don't know, maybe I still like to draw. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed looking at my super old pictures from like 15, 16, 17 years ago. And I hope to see you in the comments below. Let me know what you thought of these drawings, and do you like to draw? See you in my next video. Bye!